Pretty easy keep on the draw here, I think. Even though we don't have any ramp, we have virtual ramp in the form of anger, giving us more turns to be alive, and chalice shutting things off. Hopefully the lead on basic mountain makes him play around burn and play this weird conservative game. I don't need it on 4. I'm okay with just running this out there for 1. Even if he's going to remand or leak it, I'm okay with him remanding or leaking that instead of the anger. Well, uh, it's possible I should have just let him sit with a remand or leak in hand. Oh, okay. That works. So the idea was that if I let him sit with a remand or leak, he has to spend it on the Titan. That card's super popular right now. I'm just gonna boil him right out. What a jerk! Who does that? He Snapchat. Oh gosh. Wow, that was not what I was expecting. I am gonna get wrecked this game by this. It's possible I shouldn't have saved it because I'm gonna chalice for 2 and that cuts it off. Do you see this? Reflecting Pool Vidalcan Shackles? Reflecting Pool Vidalcan Shackles. Multiple Shadow of Doubts? Who is this guy? I can win if I draw Baloth here. Okay. Oh, he was supposed to counter it. That was the out. Yeah, he takes my Baloth and I die. If I draw another Baloth, I'm still alive. He's played 4 lanes that aren't islands this game. 4. That is definitely not what I'm looking for here. Wow, I got wrecked by that Shadow of Doubt that turn. So I want defense grid. I'm Chalice is probably good. I don't want anger. Definitely want the boils. Don't think I want combust. I think I want grudge. He did show two things I can kill with it. I don't think there's an enchantment I'm too afraid of here. If he boards in like Blood Moon, I'll beat it. Four lanes that weren't four. I don't know how he expects to ever activate shackles for a reasonable number most of the time. I think this is okay. So we're going to get as many fetch lands out of my hand as possible so I can play around Shadow in the most effective manner. I'm going to lead on Farseek for the same reason. Let's beat him down. I'm okay with losing lands in this board state. It's possible I should have sacked one of them immediately, maybe? Sure. Boom. Yeah. How do you like that? My artifact gets to hate out your stuff. That's actually pretty cool. His deck actually produces enough action to dig off of the Snapcaster. Not quite. Yeah, I'm just going to do that right now. I'm going to save the Mesa because of Valakut, which is unfortunate because that was like my opportunity to get it in under a shadow. But he's a second batter school. That's kind of interesting. Sure. Nice cards. 1, 2. We're a ways off. I'd rather have it in my graveyard, I guess. Sweet. You want it that bad, eh? What are the odds I can tag another one of those? Pretty high, I think. I think I'd rather try to get a second island here. Let's see. I counted right. Yeah, I don't have to fetch. Nice lands, dude. Man, this is fun. Boyle is probably the most fun card I've cast in this format in a long time. Maybe I should have waited another turn on it, but I think he's dead here. Assuming I can math right, which is 50-50. So I want to get double Valakut, fetch. Okay, yeah, there was 12 right there. Cool. Defense Grid and Boyle are powerful magic cards. Uh, this Unravel actually seems pretty good. Kind of want to board out a Farseek. So like the problem with Unravel is the same one in Standard versus Dig, where if you like unravel their big card that matters, it just goes back into their deck and they find it again eventually. But I think in this case, the time that it buys me is good enough. Whereas I'm boarding out a Farseek on the draw because it's the card that's just going to get blown out the most by Shadow. This looks great. I don't want to do this, but I want to lose the least to that card as possible. It might cost me 2 life later, but we'll see. Interesting. So I'm going to fetch a mountain, and the question is whether I want a chalice or I want a grid. I think the answer is you lead on grid. Yeah, dig. Sure. I think I chalice one. Just shut off his draw engine now. Then I think, I mean, I have another turn before I have to. That's like the most life slash mana efficient play I can make there. I have another turn before I have to. Yeah, sure. Put your cards in your graveyard. I have another turn before I have to fetch to play around his shadow due to the or due to the grid. Here we go. So, would not like to pay 2 life. The next turn we get to go crazy through a counterspell. Hmm. So if he has a sowing salt, this gets a little awkward. But waiting a turn lets him cryptic, which I'm actually kind of okay with. So I'm just gonna pass. That was a mistake because if he even if he salts one Valakut, I still have another in play. So the reasoning for doing this is if he shadows the trigger, I don't have to expose a Valakut. That's fine. So I just pass. My guy's probably gonna get pathed or something. Right into Chalice. Oops. Yeah. Just literally playing this entire game to maximally play around Sowing Salt, which I can do by getting all the Valakuts into play at once. That's pretty cute that this protects it. I didn't even think about that interaction. Sweet, we have 5. Yeah, he's just going to concede. Okay, that worked out pretty well. That was a pretty nice Chalice.